Yako, Haloyim La, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders that prophesied and rule well for the hopeful 144 and the 1/3 of Yasharallah, who this world refers to as Israel, started at the house of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, Akim, who teach and learn in sincerity. Shalom to you, Akwith, who learn in sincerity. It's your brother, Kanan. Quick hit. Man, don't believe the hype. That's all it is. Just as clear as day as you looking at this orange spray tan faced it bastard, wicked, evil, chomo, predator protector, pedo protector, everything that is wicked about this earth wrapped up in a people put on display with this man and his kind. Okay, the man of perdition, the wicked man, has been exposed. So if you're not familiar, yesterday Trump attended some event and a White House event that he supposedly has never attended, and all of a sudden we had another one of these FFs take place. Okay, fake, and something that you hang up and it blows in the wind taking place. All right, just it's this uncontinuous madness. But I want to get straight to these verses. This is Revelations 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. So the angels rejoice, okay? And those who are at rest that have left this earth for this last cycle because of reincarnation. So you leave here, all the wicked and the just leave here and they go to heaven for rest, okay? And then due to reincarnation, you come back assigned to your judgment. So right now, therefore, rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell therein in them. Woe, destruction, chaos to the habitations of the earth and of the sea. See, even the sea is being affected by this wicked man of perdition, okay? Who we now know as the Edomites, the self-proclaimed white man, the self-proclaimed Europeans, Romans, okay? Self-proclaimed. Like I like to say, for them, every day is Halloween. Here's a clear example. Wakes up and puts on a mask to wear around and parade in, okay? For the devil, not the red man in horns. In this situation, he doesn't have horns. He is a red man, but he's painting his face orange. DJ Trump / AKA Nero. Okay. For the devil is come down unto you. And the devil ultimately is this class of people led by the little hatters, the tiny toppers. Okay. Amalek. Okay, who is currently the government, the Israeli government, being led by Ben Juyunat. Ben, not a Jew, Ben born Melkowski. Okay, they're all the family. Once again, Yasharella, you so-called African Americans, Native Americans, Hispanics have 12 tribes from Judah to Issachar. Okay, and everything in between. So does Esau's people, Edom. Okay. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. Okay? So, this man right here is the devil. And actually, you're looking at both forms of it. You hear the word Antichrist. The Antichrist is not one man, it's a nation. Okay? It's all that is actually, let's get this straight. Antichrist dwell amongst Yasharallah, you so-called African Americans, Native Americans, Hispanics. Is anything going against Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai, who this world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Hamashiach, anointed. Yahweh Shai, he salvation, he delivers. Okay, Jesus, the J was invented in the early 1500s, so the 16th century, and Jesus translates to earth pig. Okay, so what you're looking at is the devil. All right, there he goes. Look at him. blaspheming Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay? This is the book of Psalms 58 and 4 and 5 and 3. Salakia. I'm going to go to 2. Yea, in ye in heart, ye work wickedness. Ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. And why is this? Because he only has one tool to rule, and that's the sword given to him through Yahweh Shai. If you can receive this, Isaac in Genesis 27. Okay, the blessing of heaven was given to Jacob. Yasharallah, he prince of power, who this world refers to as Israel. The sword was given to the red man, Edom. The red, not white, the red man. And in this case, he once again he masquerades in orange spray tan. Okay, all right. So this is who is weighing out the evils. What are they doing right now? They're genociding, land stealing, land thieving, trying to colonize, even suggesting Jacob starting at Judah, the so-called African Americans, that they go back into slavery. And it's even deeper than that. I've heard the conversation where they said, okay, we're going to put our own in slavery. Okay? Verse 3, Psalms 58 and 3. The wicked are exchanged from the womb, from the very beginning, from when they breathe. Once again, that goes back to that receiving the judgment. Okay? The judgment of who? Cain. Then Cain was reincarnated into Esau, and all of Esau's people will receive this judgment. Okay? They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies, astray, the opposite direction. Okay, they part with righteousness as soon as they be born. So, all right, let's get it. Fair use, copyright, fair use, 107, 1976, 76, allowance is made for fair use. I am not selling a product. This is strictly for educational purposes. More importantly, I pray that it be edifying to the body.
It was almost like they wanted this to happen, right? So here are the questions. It strikes me, and this is, again, by Adam Cochran, who's asking a lot of questions online. I think it's fair to do. It strikes me as worrying that Iran talks fall apart. Trump is looking for a reason to re-engage, calls Americans home from Pakistan, including the advance team. He attends a correspondence dinner for the first time. Immediately, there's an alleged shots fired incident with a dead shooter. If this develops into a claim that the shooter had anything to do with Iran, I'd be deeply skeptical and concerned that this is a false flag. And then he says, not to mention Kash Patel was at the correspondence dinner. Why did the head of the FBI for the first time ever attend? Feels just as weird as the Butler photo op moment. Now, we obviously know Trump's going to take advantage of any PR he can get. But again, I'm just shocked they even had this dinner in the first place. I'm shocked that someone like Oz Perlman, the mentalist, would even want to be associating with this administration. Maybe I live in a weird echo chamber here, but the majority of the country sees what we're doing as like terrorism. So if someone from Fox called in and it was cut off at a weird moment. This clip is going super viral, saying Caroline Leavitt's husband leaned over right as the dinner was starting and told her, "You need to be very safe." What's that all about?
I want to just quickly tell you, I was sitting next to Caroline Leavitt, the press secretary's husband. He was one of our guests. He was seated right next to me, and right as the dinner was starting, the national anthem happened, and then he kind of leaned over and said, I watched you on TV, you did a great job. You need to be very safe. And he was just very serious when he said that to me. And he kind of looked around the room and he said, there are some...
And her phone call just got cut off. So they're live still.
Sounds like we lost Aisha's phone there, and this happened.
And by the way, Aisha didn't have any, there was a clear 30 seconds leading up to that, and then the call just cut off. So will the news be covering this with any skepticism? Here's what Donald Trump had to say when he gave his press briefing, the briefing room from the White House, after evacuating.
It's not a particularly secure building, and I didn't want to say this, but this is why we have to have all of the attributes of what we're planning at the White House. It's actually a larger room, and it's much more secure. It's drone-proof, it's bulletproof glass. We need the ballroom. That's why Secret Service, that's why the military are demanding it.
They need the ballroom. I could have told you this was going to happen. Walk right in. It was almost like they wanted this to happen, right? So here are the questions. It strikes me, and this is, again, by Adam Cochran, who's asking a lot of questions online. I think it's fair to do.
Okay, so that takes me to this point. You see, he said it out of his own mouth. The extent that they're willing to go to get their way. Let's take it to the precept. Job 13 and 4. But ye are forgers of lies. Didn't we just hear this? They're the forgers, inventors of lies. Ye are physicians of no value, which fits perfectly. Because his answer to the problem that they arranged, obviously, and it gets deeper. Once again, the Secret Services. If you go back to Ronald Reagan assassination attempt, they jumped on that old man, made sure, they jumped on him like a fumble in a football game, like a quarterback that just fumbled. And you scrabbling for that ball. They to protect him, though. Now suddenly you got DJ Trump's ear getting supposedly shot off, where the whole ear is still there, we all know. And then, you got these little tiny 5'2" women are surrounded around him, supposed to be Secret Service, while he's doing this little fist pump that goes on to be printed on a Converse tennis shoe. Okay? Marketing. And then, rousing up his retarded ass base, because you got to be retarded to be part of his base. Okay? So once again, now he's saying the solution to him being, once again, his life being attempt to be assassinated is, let's work on this ballroom, my bunker, okay? Which ultimately a bunker is not going to do anything against those ICBMs, those intercontinental ballistic missiles. I don't even think that he would be there if they're smart, but oh well. Nevertheless, once again, this is Job 13 and 4. But ye are forgers of lies, physicians. Physician goes into what? A healer of no value. Okay? Now, I want to take this to Obadiah. One chapter, obviously. I think it's the 7th verse. Nope. The 6th verse. How are ye things of Esau searched out? Once again, who is Edom? Esau. All right. DJ Trump and his people. How are his hidden things sought up? And this is the point I want to make. It's 2026, man. This cell phone is very valuable to everybody. Your computers, but having this information at the palm of your hand, where we can see the narrative playing out plain and clearly. We no longer live in the days of an event like this taking place, and then we got to read it in the newspaper. Listen to Channel 4, Channel 6, Channel 13, and maybe 59 Fox lie their way through it. Now we have people that do research, and the evidence come out on all of these situations. They tell you that someplace got blown up, but then you see the actual images of a person sitting there smiling with paint on his face before he does an interview of like he just survived total destruction. And this is no different. Trump has been involved in a couple of these situations since he re-entered office. So once again, this has been Don't Believe the Hype. I pray that this was edifying. Shalom.